All right, folks, welcome back. Like I said, I don't want to bore you with the logistics of putting everything together. I'm just showing you what you need. All right, so what we did was we've got four nuts, four bolts, and we've got 8 washers here. Now, the reason we got 8 washers is when we attach the bottom of this to the feeder itself, then we have one washer on the inside and one washer on the outside. That just helps keep it a little more steady. So what I do is, and it's kind of hard, you don't want to, me personally, I don't want to be climbing down inside that thing. I can't. So what I do is, Miss Rowe, if you'll come over here with the camera for a minute, sweetheart. What I do is I get one that's close to the opening. On the other side, I do another one that's close to the opening, and I try to cross them. So I'll put one here close to this opening, and then I'll put one across them that's close to this opening. That just kind of keeps it from spinning around and stuff, and it attaches this right here, the bottom, the base, to the feeder. So I just start. Now, hopefully, you got a little bit better drill bit than I do, but I gotta work with what I have. Um, so then I'll come around. Now, this particular feeder actually, I normally only do 2, but the club has requested 3 openings. I do 2 because I set the feeder up so that, and yes, I believe in hunting over bait, so I hunt over bait. Y'all know that. But I set the feeder up so that the deer come into the feeder this way. That puts the deer broadside to me because I'll have the stand in line with the feeder. So, but I'll put another bolt here. Uh-oh. We've had a malfunction here. Good practice is that I didn't do this time. When you're doing this, go ahead and when you drill that first hole, I made the mistake of not doing this. But once you drill that first hole, go ahead and put your bolt in. Go ahead and put your bolt in, put your washer on, put your nut on, just leave it loose. But what this will do is this will allow you to keep it lined up so that when you go to drill the next hole, it won't spin on you and you wind up having a bunch of holes in the base and a bunch of holes in this and none of them match up. So I've got a knot, I guess, in this piece of wood. So we put the feeder. So again, put a washer over the nut, or the bolt, excuse me. Put a washer over the bolt. Slide it from the inside. Now, one of the reasons that I go the bolt on the inside is, hold on, let me get this on here. So one of the reasons that I go with the bolt on the inside is, one, that won't prohibit that feed from coming to here. And 2, because when you tighten these down, you're going to have a little bit sticking up. 2, that won't prohibit the deer, if they reach in there with their tongue to grab what little bit of corn is left, they won't be catching their tongue on this bolt right here. So we're going to finish this up. Once we get the base on, then I'm going to go to the top, and I want to show you how we do the top. So stay connected, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.